what is good? Piston back again with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a reaction / breakdown on the rise and fall of Ronaldinho. How many videos have I done on Ronaldinho, fam? How many? You know, it's probably like my 100th one. like of course, growing up watching him, sick guy. Like there's no other player that made me go, oh my god, more than Ronaldinho, fam. Genuinely. And then people want to say, oh, Neymar's better than him. Neymar this and that, bro. Nah, G. The heights that Ronaldinho got to, Neymar would never reach them. But that's a video. Hey, no, I've done that video. Just go through my channel. You see what video I'm talking about. Shout out to Tifo Football, as the usual, for doing these absolutely monumental videos, bro. Like I love channels like this, G, because they go in deep, fam. They go in deep, bro. But anyway, let's get. I'm very interested, so let's get the video started. 3, 2, 1. Vamos.
In December 2005, Ronaldinho won the Ballon d'Or and was crowned the best player in the world.
I remember this. I was at my cousin's house in Eastwood, and I was like, there's actually a guy who's the best player. I was 10 years old. I was like, there's actually a guy who's the best player in the world. Like, there's actually a #1 guy who's actually like the best player in the world. That just baffled my mind before. I was like, wow. Like, I was like, imagine being the best player in the world at football. You know, sick.
He was the game's best player. He was also its most entertaining, and he was loved. And at just 25 years old, Ronaldinho had years left ahead of him.
Jeez.
Or he should have done, because little did anyone know that his career had already reached its apex.
Wow. The rise and fall of Ronaldinho.
Ronaldo.
You had to be there, fam. You had to be there. The Jogo Bonito days.
Assis Moreira
had to be
was
there.
born in the suburbs of Porto Alegre. His older brother Assis was a natural role model and an attacking midfielder who would play professionally in France and Portugal, as well as for Brazilian age group teams and the hometown club Grêmio.
Yeah, Grêmio.
And it was at Grêmio, the club that he grew up supporting, that Ronaldinho's own career really started. He first showed his abilities on the club's futsal courts as a 7-year-old, and would spend the next 14 years wearing their blue, black and white tricolour. The earliest footage of Ronaldinho, who counted Rivellino, one of the great technical showmen in Brazilian football history, as one of his heroes, shows that
Rivellino was a bad man. I'm pretty sure I did a reaction on Rivellino before, but Rivellino was a bad man. Bad man.
Always to have played with the flair and joy that would later become his trademark.
Man like Mr. Mustachio, fam.
As a teenager, he would bewitch Dunga during the Rio State Championship final of 1999. Bewildering the World Cup winning captain of 1994 with first an improvised flick-flack and second a soon-to-be typical juggle. It was astonishing self-confidence. It also brought Ronaldinho to proper national attention, and he would win his first caps for Brazil in the same year, being selected as part of the 1999 squad that won the Copa America. A move to Europe was inevitable, and in 2001 it arrived, with Ronaldinho joining PSG. He would settle in France quickly, albeit with a developing trend starting to grow. His best performances came in the biggest games.
The man was, he was out, it's just I know it was bad for him, but this dude, bro, nah.
But when the lights weren't as bright, his concentration could waver and his form would fluctuate. He would play just 77 games in 2 seasons, but some of Ronaldinho's goals were of the highest quality. Fabulous free kicks against Lorient and Rennes, a 70-yard run and finish versus Troyes.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was going to talk about, bro. Man gets the ball, flicks it up, takes it, one past one guy, chips the keeper. Bro.
And a shimmying dance and chip against Guingamp. But it was also a period of foreshadowing controversy. Between his 2 seasons in France, Ronaldinho won the 2002 World Cup with Brazil, scoring a very famous goal against England in the process. By the time he returned, according to John Carlin writing in The Guardian in 2003, he was behaving as if PSG were beneath him.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho's relationship with coach Luis Fernandes deteriorated during that final season, and stories about his nightlife became more common. Even before Christmas, coach and player had reached breaking point, with Ronaldinho declaring that he would leave the club if Fernandes was not sacked, after an argument about his playing position. The PSG board were not for moving. Fernandes stayed, but Ronaldinho arrived late back from the winter break, and amid much muttering from anonymous dressing room sources, his departure became inevitable. And of course, he would join Barcelona. The club was under the new president's...
He was that close to joining United, fam. When I heard that he was this close to joining United, bro, I was floored, bro. That's the... I think the other time I've been floored about United missing out on a player is Toni Kroos, bro. Like, bro, I was like, gee. Imagine, like, of course, the whole thing... I wonder how Fergie would have actually, like, got him. Because if he's doing the partying like this, right, with PSG, imagine how he was like with, like, Alex Ferguson. Like, Fergie would have got him in... the dynamic between them two, fam. An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. That's mental.
Presidency of Joan Laporta and the coaching of Frank Rijkaard.
Screw Joan Laporta. Nah, fam. He wins scumbag of 2022. Scumbag of 2022 is Joan Laporta, bro. This guy is out here famousing everybody. Chelsea, Man United, Bayern Munich, Leeds, bro. He's famousing everybody, bro. Frankie, his own players is famousing as well, you know. Nah, this guy's an absolute... He's such a scumbag, but it's also funny as well at the same time.
But it was still reeling from two separate but equally turbulent spells under Louis van Gaal and less than successful transfer policy. And yet, rarely if ever has a debut goal described a new signing's ability quite so vividly. Against...
I know what goal it is. The long-range shot outside the box, the crossbar and NG.
Sevilla at Camp Nou, in his first competitive home appearance and in a game which kicked off after midnight, Ronaldinho carried the ball forward, drifting infield from the left and past two Sevilla defenders before rifling a shot into the net off the underside of the crossbar. It might have been the best goal of his career.
Nah.
Whatever the truth, it was greeted by an almost unholy noise and proved the high point of a turbulent season which saw Barca finish second, but at one point drop as low as 12th. In the summer of 2004, momentum started to gather. Deco, Samuel Eto'o and Ludovic Juli were...
Jeez, bro, look at that team. You know, Belletti, man like Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, Xavi, Rafa Marquez did... I think it was a CDM, wasn't it, before he moved to centre-back? Rafa Marquez, Ludovic Juli, if people remember him. The left-footed French guy who was at Monaco, the one that scored the bicycle kick. And if people play FIFA 2006, he's the one that scored the bicycle kick. Like, he's one of the reels in FIFA 2006. If you know about that, comment down below, guys, to what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's Ludovic Juli, man like Samuel Eto'o, a young Iniesta on the bench who was number 24 back then.
Were signed, while Rafael Marquez arrived.
Yeah, Rafa Marquez.
Victor Valdez and Andres Iniesta were promoted from La Masia, and a young Lionel Messi would also debut. Ronaldinho's perfect conditions were in place for the next 3 years, and what would prove to be the imperial stage of his career. 2004-05 would be a triumph. Barcelona would win La Liga for the first time in the new millennium. Ronaldinho would finish off a comprehensive 3-0 win in the first Clasico of the season, and Barcelona would lead the competition.
He said it lightly. I'm pretty sure that's the game where he just absolutely murdered the Real Madrid team, fam, by himself, and they all had... The Santiago Bernabeu had to clap for, man. They had to clap for this guy, bro. He went there and slapped up everybody there. By himself. The Galacticos, bro. And the Real Madrid fans had to clap for him, because that's how sick he was.
Uninterrupted for almost the entire year. They'd be derailed controversially in the Champions League, losing to a questionable John Terry goal against Chelsea.
Yeah.
But not before Ronaldinho scored one of the best and most...
I know what goal it is. The little toe peg, fam. The little cha-cha-pa. Nah, that goal, right? That... Man, just remembering like where I was while I was watching this goal, bro, because I was watching it with my mom and my dad, and that was like one of the first times I started hearing like Samuel Eto'o. But when he scored that goal, bro, I was like, gee, like it was like, did he just do that? Like, how did he do that? And then the next day, I'm with all my friends because again, like I was in primary school, and we just came back. Cause like, guys, did you see that goal that he scored? That was such a crazy goal. How did he do that? He top-ended it with his toes, man. That's a brilliant goal, G. You just silenced the entire Chelsea crowd, bro. That's how you make a stadium quiet, bro. Especially when you're playing away in a Champions League game, like in such a big game. Man, just go. Genius, bro. And people want to come out and say that Neymar is better than him. Nah.
Most unique goals in the competition's history. Toe-poking past Petr Cech from the edge of the box.
And he's
back in the group stage, he
it.
also won Barcelona's game against AC Milan with a goal of comparable standard. Driving across the box.
I know what you're talking about. This dude, bro. I know which goal they're talking about. I know what goal they're talking about as well. It was against AC Milan, right? I think they won it 4-1 or 4-2 that game. He took it from the edge of the box. I think there was Maldini. It's either Nesta or Maldini that was in front of him. Man takes it to his left. He goes, takes it to his left, slaps it outside the box, top blocker against Dida, fam. You just had to be there to witness these things, bro. And people want to come out and keep on saying that Ronaldinho's a bum. How?
Box before lashing into the top corner in the 89th minute.
Against Dida. And people, you didn't even know how good Dida was back then, G. To do that against that Milan team. Nah.
It was an instant classic. The definitive Ronaldinho goal, followed by an iconic celebration. He even created the first goal of Leo Messi's career that year.
Assisted Messi twice, by the way. One goal I think was offside, and then the other one he chipped. It was the same goal, but it was one was offside, and the other one is chipped him
with a through ball that was lobbed delicately home. In celebration, Messi leapt onto Ronaldinho's back to take the applause, creating one of the images of the era and being a whole new chapter of the club's history. But first, the Brazilians' thrilling combination of technique and class would light up 2005-06, as Barcelona defended their league title and captured the European Cup
won the Champions League
for the first
against
time
Arsenal
since 1992. He left his signature on that first CLASICO of the season at the Santiago Bernabeu, with 2 goals of the highest quality, probably his most famous in the Barcelona shirt. The first a run from the halfway line and beyond a succession of helpless Madrid defenders, the second a wicked slalom through the box which similarly flummoxed the home defence. At full time, just to describe how rare the air he was inhabiting had become, he was given a standing ovation by the Bernabeu.
Bro, I'm about to cry tears, fam. A standing ovation, G. Bro, people want to say, nah, fam. That's one conversation where I'll genuinely fight somebody over. That Neymar Ronaldinho conversation, bro. Like, it's not even close, bro. Like, has Neymar got a standing ovation at the Bernabeu?
But the Spanish Super Cup aside, he would never win anything again at Barcelona.
Mad.
That reflected 2 issues. The first was that Rijkaard's control over the dressing room weakened as his cycle wore on and its tension loosened.
True.
The second was that Ronaldinho was just as fond of the Catalonian nightlife as he had been of the Parisian.
That is the partying, G. And then Guardiola came as well.
One charming rumour, which was never substantiated, claimed that he would regularly play with a band of Brazilian musicians in Barcelona, disguising himself behind a mask to protect his identity. Barcelona finished trophyless in 2006-07, and by the time 2007-08 began, the club was in a strange place.
Yeah.
The previous season, Samuel Eto'o claimed that Ronaldinho attended only 8 of every 50 training sessions. And the next year began with the introduction of a new disciplinary rulebook by President Laporta, believed to be aimed at a cabal of players, including Ronaldinho. By the turn of the year, with criticism of the player in Johan Cruyff's newspaper columns also becoming increasingly common, Barcelona's desire to be rid of their former talisman became public, and his departure was something that ultimately new manager Pep Guardiola would demand.
Yeah.
Tragically, when Ronaldinho left for AC Milan in the summer of 2008, it was with a damaged reputation, that of a part-time footballer. However, his time in Italy
It's a part-time footballer.
it wasn't without success. His body shape
I wish I could be a part-time footballer.
changed, and his fondness for a good time away from the game did not, but while he wasn't quite the same lithe player, and Milan were by no means as sleek as Barcelona had been at their peak, his penchant for producing goals at important moments remained. His first for the club was a header in the Milan derby, but among his 26 in 2.5 years was another header at Napoli, a double against Juventus, and a peach of a free kick against Portsmouth in the Europa League. He left Europe for good in 2011, returning to his native Brazil to sign for Flamengo, where he was still good for a performance.
That Santos Flamengo game when there was a young Neymar, I think what was it? Was it like 4-4? It was a crazy game, fam. Like, I've done a reaction on that game in my channel, guys. Go check it out. But yeah, mad game that was. That game, like, yeah, it's quality all around.
In July, he went toe-to-toe with Neymar Jr., the young prince of Brazilian football, scoring a hat-trick.
You see what I'm... This is one of the best games I've seen, bro. Like, it definitely from the 2010s, fam. Mad game.
In a remarkable 5-4 win.
Yeah, 5-4.
He spent 2 years at Atletico Mineiro, by then well into his 30s, before a season-long cameo in Liga MX. He would return to Brazilian football one more time, making 7 appearances.
Please, bro. Please, I always going blind into videos, right? But please have that whole Paraguay passport thing, where he plays in the prison, in the Paraguayan prison, and he wins his cellmates the pig for them to have a barbecue and eat. Please have that in. Please have that in.
Appearances for Fluminense, but his contract was terminated early. Ronaldinho didn't actually retire until 2018. He even briefly played futsal in India. But when it was announced, it brought an outpouring of affection and genuine love for a truly rare player. And even in retirement, his life has had possibly the expected contrasts. After being accused of entering the country on a false passport, he spent time...
This is why I love Tifo Football, bro. This is why, fam. They actually put it in.
In a Paraguayan jail and nearly 6 months under house arrest. He's flirted with bankruptcy too, but also launched his own brands of wine and gin, and yet nothing diminishes the memory of what he was on the pitch. Watching Ronaldinho was fun. It made people happy, wrote Sid Lowe in The Guardian in 2018. Those may be 2 of the most simple, childish words of all, but they are the right ones.
True. So true.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic brings you the best sport...
I have to clap for these guys, bro. What a video, fam. What a video, guys. What a video, bro. Like, it's you just had to be there. You know, and when like my dad tells me, because my dad was a pro football player, when he's played with again with tremendous players, like he tells me like son, like I've seen some outstanding players. I've seen like Maradona play football. Like it's just crazy. And for me, like that's how I feel, like, because there's kids who are born in 2004, right, who are what 18 years old now, and they've never seen this dude play football before, and then they want to talk a whole bunch of nonsense, bro. Like, you just had to be there to experience this dude, bro. And for Tifo Football to even dive in deep, fam, the prison guards in the Paraguay prison, bro, they had to create a football tournament, right, so they can see Ronaldinho play, bro, and the man won it. The man won it, and they gifted him a pig for them to do a barbecue with his cellmates, fam. Gee, like, what a player, what a special player. The goals as well, like that I was recounting, bro. These debut goal, I'm forgetting who at Seville rival Corno, the goal against AC Milan on his, bro, he took it, fam, on his right, on his left, slapped it top corner against Dida, fam. If you remember Dida, that's one of the best goalkeepers in the world then, fam. And then like the goal against Chelsea, that, fam, just pay a check watching the ball go in. there won't be another player like Ronaldinho, G. There won't be another player like Ronaldinho. The speed, the power that he had, the way that he moved, especially the dribbling, G, ball-footed, fam. Like, I forgot who it was. I forgot which player it was, where he just literally ran into him. Bro, little boy them, fam. Like, big brother them. Get on the floor, fam. Like, just that. Strength, mad strength. But guys, that's been the video. If you have enjoyed this video as much as I have, please leave a like, support me through the algorithm. You know, I need to be in the algorithm, in the matrix system, guys. You know, just popping up with my face in people's computers. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Please like the video, and if like, keep support your boy again. Please subscribe, guys. And the video requests or recommendations, you know what to do. If you want me to do like a breakdown video where I just stop and pause the video, just talk about even it's just like, I don't know, players back in the day or just matches, just comment down below. I'll do it for you as the usual as well, you know. But guys, I've been interested in reacting to the rise and fall of Ronaldinho Gaucho, fam. Man like Paraguayan man, fam. When I'm saying that, keep it real, guys. Peace.